Every time we say goodbye, they all see that it's a lie. 'Cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight. Can't be waiting for you in the morning. I'ma leave without giving a warning. I'ma leave without giving a. But every time we say goodbye, we all know that it's a lie. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy tonight.
What is up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another stream. I hope you are all well. I hope you've all had a good week. Friday feeling. What's better to top off Friday feeling than with an FPL deadline? Just 1 hour to go. So we are here to chat all things transfer plans for you guys. Transfer plans going forward, the lot. So I hope you're all well. Let me know if you guys are watching. Say hello in the chat and we will get right to it, guys. But yeah, we've got Ryan in, we've got Pratek, we've got Mark, we've got we've got Ricardo, we've got Cowstaff, Nuclear, Joe. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining again. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, please go and do so. There is a link in the description to my Twitter page. Almost at 16.2k followers, so I would appreciate you guys going and following me over there. And one of the big things I do on a Friday is this Gameweek 11 team preview thread where I have a fan from every team and we sort of do the suspended and injury news for every team, as well as a predicted lineup for each team. So if you want to have a look if your assets is predicted to start or not, for example Chelsea, Man City ones, etc. in there. It is just a prediction, but it is all in there for you. So yeah, feel free to go and check that out. The big one, I suppose, is the Liverpool news that we've got today. FPL Flynn is predicting that Salah will start, but Diego Jota, who has picked up a knock apparently at the end of the Champions League game, will not start, is the rumour and is what we're predicting. But we'll see what happens at the weekend. But that thread is there for you all. So yeah, let me just give that a little retweet. But without further ado, I'll put my screen up on team, guys. But we've got a few more of you in here. Joe, Eric, James, Islam, welcome, guys. Hope you are all well. How are you guys? Good to see so many of you already in here. We've got 30 of you guys already watching, so I appreciate that a lot. A few questions coming in already. We've got Kabir in. We've got Lynn watching. Thanks, guys. So, should you play Kufal or PVA for your third defender? I don't expect either to get a clean sheet. So I would play Kufal out of the two of them. I do support Chelsea. How's it going? Jota or Mahrez? That's really tough. I'd probably start Jota in case he does start. But I imagine they're both not going to start this weekend out of the two of those. Is it better to sell Vardy for Ings or Werner or Vardy for Ings or Vardy and Brewster? It depends if you have to play them every week. If you need to play the Vardy and the other player every week, then do the 2.7 millions. If not, then Vardy to Ings. But I wouldn't be selling Vardy this week really, unless you really need the money. So no. No problem, guys. Ryan, Pushak, Magnus, welcome, guys. Thoughts on Vardy as captain? So yeah, I like Vardy as a captaincy pick this week. He's not Salah, and I think, you know, if you don't have Salah, he's a good second bet. So yeah, it's Salah best captaincy for me, followed by the likes of Son, Kane, and Vardy are next in the pecking order for me in terms of captaincy. But yeah, it kind of is the standout option for Salah for me. So guys, just before we get into answering all your questions, I see them flying in. Just drop a like on the stream. I know yesterday's stream was pretty mental, and a lot of it is down to you guys smashing that like button early on in the stream, because it helps to get other people in and it helps to get the stream pushed out elsewhere. So just before we get into to your guys' questions, if we can sort of push those likes up, that would be really appreciated, guys. But yeah, up on screen we have my team for this game week. Masuaku is on the bench. I was in a dilemma about whether to start Masuaku or Lamptey this game week anyway. But the Masuaku injury news has made up my mind anyway. So Masuaku is on the bench. Lamptey starts, and I will have to be selling Masuaku in the coming game weeks anyway. Probably ahead of game week 13, but if he's not going to play for me this week, he's not worth a transfer, not worth a -4, having already used all my transfers. So yeah, that's how my team lines up ahead of game week 12. Evening, Krishna, Kaustav, Garabed, Apnan, Soswato. Welcome, guys. Amelia, thank you all for tuning in. Any news on Aurier? No, but I expect him probably not to start. Isn't Doherty still first choice? We can have a look at what my Tottenham predicted lineup is for you. Okay, interesting. We have got Aurier predicted. I didn't notice that. Predicted to start right back, but I still don't think he's a good FPL option. So I wouldn't be picking him up. Should you play Diaz? Since United, he's an option if you've got like two defenders who both are, you don't expect to get a return this week. There is an attacking threat from Diaz this week. It's not, you're not loving it. It's not, you're not going in thinking, yeah, I've got a 50% chance from getting a goal, but yeah, there's definitely potential for him to return points. So Vardy and Ziyech for Bamford and Salah, yeah. Similar moves to what a lot of people are making this week. A lot of people will have Vardy and Ziyech in their teams, and a lot of people will be making that move. I think selling Vardy is not ideal, and I've had to do it this week to get Salah in. But I think the combination is better than what you're selling. So yeah. What do I think? Wilson as a captain, I just think there's better options. He's nice to have in your team, but I just think there's better options in terms of who I'd actually go and put the armband on. So yeah, probably not a captain option for me. If you've got Salah or Vardy, I'd prefer one of them as a captaincy option. Cresswell out for James and Cresswell out for James and DCL out for Ings. I would just do the DCL to Ings one this week. I don't necessarily think the other one is needed. Salah in for Bruno for a -4. Probably long term, it's probably going to be worth it. Who should I start? Taylor or Lamptey? Lamptey, just because there is more attacking threat there. Evening Penguin, welcome bud. How you doing? Jota, DCL or Mahrez on the bench? You're going to have to start DCL. I'd probably bench Jota there just because if you think the rumours are true, then if you don't think he's going to start, if you think Jota's going to start, you play him over Mahrez. But if you don't, then you play Mahrez, and I'd sway in starting Mahrez in that if that's the case. You've benched Cancelo for Dallas. Yeah, not bad moves. Not a bad decision at all. The only thing is Dallas will be back in defence tonight. I think we've had that confirmed. So, but yeah, I'd still would back Dallas over Cancelo this week. Will Chelsea keep a clean sheet? Well, the news that James Rodriguez is out injured, there's no Coleman and there's no Dean, really affects the output that Everton will have. So, yeah, I would, yeah. Hopefully we can keep them quiet. I mean, I have Chilwell and Calvert-Lewin in my team, so a bit of a muchness, but yeah, it's not looking that great for DCL this week. But we know he can score against anyone, so if you own him, you have to start him. Should you leave Jota in or play Justin instead? I'd probably play Justin out of the two. Yeah, guys, put in your Leeds stream lagging, is it? That's a bit strange. I hope it's not too bad for you guys. Fingers crossed it improves. Better now. Okay, yeah, it did just jump around. I saw my chat jumping around a little bit. Let me put the code in and pin it to the top. Like we spoke about last game. T1XM16. Cheers, guys. Yeah, it did just jump around. I saw it. Cool. Sacrifice Robbo for Jota to Salah. Yeah, that I've basically done something similar this week. I've sacrificed Robbo in order to do Klitsch to Jota. So I probably would do that this week. Although I do like Jota as an option. Is there no other? I do like Robbo as an option. Is there no other way you can do it? Start Jota or DCL. DCL definitely for me. But yeah, guys, put your predictions for tonight's game in the chat, and then I'll get to mine, my hopes, and then my predictions. They're slightly different. Due to the players I've got in my team, but yeah, put your predictions for tonight's match in. Does it matter taking a hit every week? Had to last week. It doesn't necessarily. It depends what the transfers are for. Yeah, it depends what the transfers are for. I tried to take as few as possible, but if you take two in 2 weeks, it's not necessarily a bad thing at all. Did you say... I bet it's not on Wilson. I bet it's not. Christian, I bet you haven't left it on Wilson. I bet it's on Salah back. We want a hat-trick from Bamford, don't we? Absolutely. And actually, I'd love a Klitsch goal. I know I've sold him this week, but I would love Klitsch to score. Just for the sort of entertainment of it. Imagine 1-0 Klitsch full-time score. I'd probably back both teams to score. I don't know who's up front for West Ham. I don't know who we predicted. I can't remember. Haller, not ideal. I'd probably favour a 2-1 win for Leeds tonight. Yeah, Paul agreeing with me there. I'd probably go 2-1 to Wolves. To Leeds. Hi Ben, how you doing? You got Jota and DCL out for Wilson and Grealish, or Son and Welbeck. So do I like Wilson and Grealish or Son and Welbeck? Son long term I like. short term, I prefer the first two. So I don't know whether it's worth going for the first two now in a few weeks, trying to change it up. Long term, after game week 13, if you could afford Kane or Son, I just think Son is better value. That's the thing. And there are still so many others in my team. On face value, I'd prefer to have Kane in my team than Son. But I can go with Son and then have in my team like now Fernandes, Salah and De Bruyne. So yeah, I kind of a bit like Son is just not quite as good, but I just prefer him for the value that he adds. I wonder if the stream just lagged a little bit again there, but cheers, Maz. Appreciate it. Krishna, what did you do? I'm having heated argument with my friends, and I know this in FPL. Do I think Sarri was dragging us down? Yes. I think probably in hindsight he was, but I did really like him. Should I try and get rid of Wolves players? Yes, I would. Hi, Josh. Hi, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. A lot of questions already in the chat. We have 34 of you guys watching, but only 14 likes. So please smash that like button right now before I get into any more of the questions. Let's hit 20 as well just now. So yeah, we're up to 15. But yeah, hit it now. Should I try and get rid of Wolves players? I would, not for hits, but yeah, I would definitely get rid of them. Do I do Salah? Salah in for Bruno, no hit, or Salah in for Son for -4? You're telling me who would I rather have in my team? You already have Kane. Oh, then in for Son. Yeah. Vardy for Bamford and Ziyech for Salah. Yep, a very, very common transfer. I reckon if we saw like the most common transfers made this game week in terms of like combinations, Vardy to Bamford and Ziyech to Salah will be high up there. It'll be one of the most popular transfers made this game week. Well, I wouldn't replace Jota for a hit. If it's for a free transfer, I will. Will Brewster ever score? Oh, yeah. I know, I feel a bit the same. It feels like he's such dead wood at the moment, especially if he's not starting. I wonder if he's I wonder if he's going to get his starting place back, but yeah, it's not looking good for him. You hit the like button, sorry, but since my team is set, one more unrelated question: is Messi the GOAT? He should have won La Liga without Ronaldo or Hazard, right? He should have won. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a way of judging it, because people have ups and downs throughout their career, even if they are the GOAT. You bet Vardy scores a hat-trick. It could easily happen. Yeah, and I think a lot of us would be a bit saddened if that happened. A lot of us have sold him. I know Tom, who got the assist, has sold him as well. Done similar moves to me. So we'll see what happens with those. DCL to score this weekend could easily happen. If the ball's going to be put in the back of the net by Everton, it's probably going to be him. Ziyech and Neto out for Zaha and Ward Prowess. Absolute. Well, I'm not a huge. Well, yeah, I would do those. Yeah. Kufal or Dallas to start. I'd start Dallas just because I back Leeds in this fixture more than I back West Ham. So yeah, I'd probably go with Dallas in this. No, I wouldn't triple captain. I wouldn't triple captain Salah just because there is the off chance that he doesn't start this week. So yeah. Leicester play. Vardy gets one chance a game only. Well, he seems to score every chance he gets, and he has only had one or two chances the past few games. So, but you know what he's capable of. He can get a penalty, and that can be one of them. So he is capable of producing high points returns. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he's restricted to that. Who's a better captaincy option? Kane for consistency over Son. Also up for this week, just one confusion in my starting 11. But I start Ayling or Justin? probably Justin. Ayling's going to be playing at centre-back tonight for Leeds. So if Jota doesn't start, yes, but against a tired Fulham team for 25 minutes isn't necessarily a bad thing at all. So I'd still start Jota if you've got him. Who to bench from Lamptey, Chilwell, Walker-Peters, Diaz and Kilman. Offs Kilman and then benching Diaz. Diaz versus Lamptey is very tight. Chilwell and KWP nailed on. It's then Lamptey versus Diaz. I'd in a way sway towards Diaz just for that, I don't know, slightly more goal threat in a way over Lamptey. So yeah, I'd probably favour Diaz there. You could go from Jota to Rafinha and Mahrez to Salah. Yeah, absolutely good moves. I really like Rafinha. If you guys want to read about Rafinha, my differential article this week writes about Rafinha and why I think he's a good option. There'll be a link on my page to it. If not, you can find it on the Fantasy Football Hub. I can show it to you. I'll put it up on screen if you want to take a little read just while I'm chatting through some other questions. But yeah, that's basically what I wrote about Rafinha. You have the same mid and forwards as yours, holding them up to game week 19. DCL is the only one I'm considering selling. I'm considering getting him out for Danny Ings, but I've got to free up some money to do that. But the rest of them, and the only other one is Grealish that I'm considering potentially looking elsewhere for, but we'll see what happens. Who did you start, Jamal Lewis or Dallas? That's tough because I don't think... On the face of it, I'd start Lewis, but their team looks really depleted, even though most of them are back in training. I'd still probably go Lewis. DCL to Bamford for a -4. He's got to score. He's basically got to get a goal more than what DCL gets, and I probably wouldn't do that. If it's a transfer that you would make next week anyway, then do it. If it's a transfer like, oh, should I do it, should I not? And if you don't do it, you wouldn't do it next week anyway, then don't do it, if that makes sense. So yeah. Zaha and Ward-Prowse in for Souček and Mahrez/Pulisic. Zaha and Ward-Prowse in for Souček. Yeah, I would sell Mahrez before I sell Pulisic. I wouldn't be shipping out Cresswell, Kalstav. I still wouldn't be doing that. Salah or Wilson captain. Also, still Salah captain. So guys, if you aren't in the league, which is pinned to the top of the chat right now, and it's on the bottom of the stream there, make sure to go and join. We do have monthly prizes for you all to win. We've got a lot of you guys joining this game week. I think from last night's stream, there are a lot of you guys wanting to join, but £5 winner to everyone, to the winner of each month. So you don't have to be top overall. You just have to have a really good month. So make sure to go and join that league if you aren't already. And anyone new watching, there are 26 of you guys watching. Smash that subscribe button and there'll be a little on-stream notification that looks like that. Cool. So, could you rate my transfers next week? Game week 13, Bamford to DCL. I don't know if you've written them the wrong way round, Krishna, because the people you seem to be selling seem to be better than the people you're bringing in. Who are top 3 differential captains this game week? Vardy, Mane, and then your Spurs assets. The other way, yeah. If they're the other way, then I like those transfers a lot. They're good moves if you do it the other way around. So yeah, the other way around, I like them a lot. What time is it? We have 34 minutes. Until the game week. So thoughts on Wilson are good. I wouldn't be captaining him, but I do like him this week. I just don't want to captain Wilson because Yeah, Ings as well, but I think there's very few of you who actually own Ings. I do like him as an option. I do like him. Yeah, I do like Wilson as an option to own, but not as a captaincy. Just because you don't know which Newcastle's going to turn up every week. So yeah, you don't know. I like Ings. Well, if you've got him, red or I like him a lot, and I wish I had him, but I probably wouldn't captain him just because he's differential enough. No one owns him, so if he scores, it's really good for your rank. Anyway, sorry, guys, I'm just replying to someone. You're going to captain Salah, yeah. I'd still go with that. Kufal or Dallas to bench this week. I'd be benching Kufal still this week. Yeah, that's still the plan. I would favour. Favour Dallas. No, because I still don't think Aguero is going to play every game. Best 4.5 defender. If you've only got 4.5, it's Charlie Taylor, it's Balbuena, or it's Lewis of Newcastle. All slightly under your budget. If you've got 4.6, it's Kyle Walker-Peters or it's Dallas. Walker to Dyer. I'd just wait this week. I wouldn't do that this week. I wouldn't rush into that. It's a good transfer further down the line. If you've got City defenders, it depends who you can play instead. Arsenal 16. But yeah, I like them as options, but I mean, they've got United this week, so I expect both teams to score in this match. I do still expect both teams to score tonight. So, yeah, play Dallas or Justin. Oh, that's a tougher one. I'd still probably favour Justin for that attacking threat. He does get far forward for that Leicester team. PVA and Dallas. There seems to be a lot of defender conundrums for you all this week. Yeah, a lot of defender thoughts going around for you guys this week. I would probably play Dallas this week. Mane out, Salah in, worth it. I wouldn't do that this week, just because Mane's going to start, but we aren't 100% sure that Salah will. So I wouldn't do that this week. I'd do it next week. You can't own KDB without the wild card. You can't own KDB without a wild card, but you can get Aguero in. How does that work? That it's only one extra transfer. So got 1 million in the bank. Thinking about Son in for Jota and Ings for Vardy. Yeah, I like those. Yeah, good moves those. Actually, really good. 3 transfers. What would be the moves to get Aguero in versus what would the moves be to get De Bruyne in? I mean, you're not going to make them this week anyway, unlikely. So yeah, drop me a message on Twitter and we can talk about that nuclear over the weekend. So rate the positions in terms of relevance. Good defense, good midfield, good strikers. Good midfield is definitely where I'm investing my money at the moment. Quarry, no problem at all. Good evening, bud. Hope you are well. Please drop a like on the stream while you are joining, and anyone new, please hit subscribe. Bamford or yeah, strong mid is definitely where I'd prioritise, and then a mix of good strikers but good budget ones, and then the good enough defence. So not like skinting on either your forward line or your defence, but there are a lot of options at cut prices in those positions that it seems to be performing well this season. Jota starting and Salah not could still happen. Yeah, so there's definitely a chance of it happening. I don't think it will, but hence why I'm captaining Salah. But yeah, it is definitely a possibility. Just bump it up a little bit bigger for you guys. Chilwell, Mahrez, Antonio out for James, Souček and Aguero. Okay. Jota has a knock. We don't know whether he's going to play or not. But can you not, in theory, do you have to play Souček every week, Nuclear? James, I have persevered in checking it and making FPL casual when it comes to Champman. I'm about 500th. I've changed my team very little. I go in and take out 2 players and bring in the top scoring player for the past few weeks. So if Souček's going to be on the bench, can't you go like Ollie Burke of Sheffield United and just do it in 2 moves and just do Antonio and Mahrez out for Kevin De Bruyne and Brewster? Can you not afford that? Calvert-Lewin out for Bamford for free, potentially, not for a hit. You can't afford KWE. Should you get Bednarak? Yeah, he's got goal threat. We've seen that throughout the season. So yeah, Bednarak's not a dreadful choice at all. Definitely not a bad choice. Interesting. Can you not even do Davis of Aston Villa? Ziyech and Neto out for either Zaha and Ward-Prowse or Souček and Pulisic next week. Oh, Quarry, I think you've got to play Chilwell. Just because there are injuries in that Everton lineup. Chelsea look good defensively. Chilwell can get attack and return, so yeah. Ryan, I would be going with Ziyech and Neto out for either Zaha and Ward-Prowse or Souček and Pulisic next week. Which is better? Ziyech and Neto out. Zaha and Ward-Prowse. Stronger duo. Definitely. Yeah, not bad choices there on DCL to Grealish effectively. Yeah. Werner or Ings. Thinking of getting Trent in the team for Zuma. I reckon come next weekend he's regular. He may not start this weekend, but from the Spurs game I expect him to be regular. Yeah. Best midfielder below 8.5. There's a lot of talk about Pulisic, and I just think he's such a rotation risk. Should we have a look? 8 point. We'll put 8 in. Zaha, the fixtures coming up are pretty mixed for them, but he can still return against anyone. If they're going to score, it's going to go through him. I do still like Ward-Prowse as an option. Doesn't go much further than those two, to be honest. You want to take a gamble on Barnes or someone like that, then go for it. But there's no one with exceptional fixtures, unless you go downgrade and upgrade someone elsewhere, like going Rafinha, going Souček. But if you want them to play every week, then maybe it's Zaha. No problem, Paul. All it takes is one good month, and you win the prize. So I just took a -8 Holy, DCL and Barnes and Vardy to Salah, Bamford and Watkins. I still like those moves. Yeah, still good moves, but with the ownership of some of those players that you're taking out, that it could come back to bite you. Guys, just 25 minutes until the deadline, so make sure your teams are set. I imagine a lot of you have already made your transfers. I think I'm going to have to make I've got 0.2 in the bank, which is fine, but I probably am going to have to do a Masuaku replacement this week. I probably am going to have to do a transfer like this week. Just get Kufal in. Just because, if we look at I can't look at my team for next week yet. In terms of my defence, Chilwell, great, he plays every week. Wolves away. Lamptey, Fulham away. Okay, great fixture for him. Walker-Peters, on the other hand, is Arsenal away. Now, I could play Walker-Peters next week, but I need someone over the next 2 that I want to play, because I don't want to have to play him in game week 14. Now, if we look at Masuaku, his game week 14 fixture isn't that great either if I had a West Ham defender. So, yeah. Did I take a -4? I did, yes. So I sold Robertson, which I'm not that happy about, but it needed to be done. I sold Vardy and I sold Klitsch. And I brought in Kyle Walker-Peters, who I think is still a great option, even though he's not Robbo, but he's still a great option. I brought in Mo Salah, captain him, and I brought in Patrick Bamford. Do I think Jota will be starting most game weeks? He's just a player like Foden has been, that it's just going to cause you stress, especially over the Christmas period. You can view it two ways over the Christmas period. It means that he'll have to get some minutes. I don't know, but I think Cavani's injured anyway. Again, if you're getting in a cheap defender, I wouldn't bother with Alioski because he will lose his place at some point. So I'd probably go with the likes of Lewis or Charlie Taylor instead. Or Balbuena. I am tempted to get Balbuena because if we look at instead of Kufal and just saving the money, because if we look at defenders, we'll look on Fantasy Football Hub. We'll look at some of the stats behind them. Is the stream buffering or is just my Wi-Fi on my internet? Oh, cry! I thought you said my Wi-Fi was playing up. So didn't hear anything about. I'd play Dallas, to be honest. It's not much in it. I expect them both to get nothing. So if we look at West Ham defence so far this season, and we just put it per start. Kufal, like Balbuena has a higher XG. Kufal's XA goes up much more. Expected points is practically identical. So I'm a bit like, yeah, I know, my Wi-Fi. Let me open the door. One sec, guys. Open the door. That old trick. Hopefully speed up the Wi-Fi a little bit. But yeah, targeting Villa 4.5, good option, Harry. Yeah. Target he is. I've got Martinez, so it's not why I'm bringing him in. Game week. Do you think, Daniel, who are they gonna start? Diop. Diop's back fit, and with Masuaku out, I think tonight's game will tell us a lot about West Ham's plan going forward without Masuaku. Because it could be that Diop comes in. Okay, great. If Diop comes in, then 2. No. He played earlier in the season. Fair enough. Yeah, he started the first 2 or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'll watch tonight. Balbuena, 0.2 saving on Kufal. I don't know if I'm going to nuclear. Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I will. So, guys, I'm putting a hashtag in the chat. If you want me to rate your team, tweet out a picture with your team with your comments, such as like your transfers that you've made, everything like that. With all that information with this hashtag here, and go and put that on Twitter, and I will check some of them, not all of them, but some of them. So this is how I'm lining up with a -4. Yeah, you could, yeah, but we'll see what happens tonight, because it could easily be Cresswell left wing back and Diop and Balbuena both start. Could easily go that way. Fernandes out, Salah in. It's not something I like, but long term, I don't see Fernandes being a captaincy option over the next sort of 6 weeks. So, So yeah, I prefer Salah as an option, but it's selling one to the other is a pain. Yeah, I suppose after Christmas, if they're in for Tomori again, and as a Chelsea fan, I'd expect that we let him go on loan. Just he's not getting any minutes. So yeah, I would definitely. I would see. I really want Giroud to punt on this week. Think he'll smash it. I think he'll start this week, but with 3 games in a week for Chelsea, I don't expect him to play them all. So if you can, I don't think it's worth it for 1 week. So no, Jason needs to put it on Twitter. Sorry, not in the chat. So if I take that hashtag now, and I just hide my display briefly. If you use that hashtag with the tweet, like you guys have already started to do, it will pop up. Yeah, as Quarry said, a lot of these decisions you guys are asking is very hard for me to say. You know, there's very little to pick between, you know, the West Ham defence, the Brighton defence, the Leeds defence. I'd probably overall back Leeds first, then West Ham, then Brighton. But so I just go with your gut on them, to be honest. So we've got one free transfer, use Masuaku to Ayling. No money in the bank. Fair enough. I'd want to start Grealish. Your front 8 is too strong. I'd start Grealish over Jota. Your front 8 seems... Alex, can you not do, if you're still watching, can you not do Grealish next week or something? Grealish, or in a few weeks, Grealish and Jota to Son and all that. Because that would... You got to bench one of those front 8 every week, which seems ridiculous. I'd try and combine 2 of them into one premium. Make sure you guys use the hashtag FPL Tips Gameweek12. -4, James in, Ings in. I like that. It's DCL and someone else leaving. But yeah, they're good moves. I like Ings in. Start Diaz or Ayling. Ayling. Nice team. Yeah, benching Lamptey makes sense. Yeah, good to go there. Quarry. Am I mad for thinking of playing Ayling over DCL? Yeah, I think you probably are. You got to play the ownership game on that one. You just have to play the ownership game. If it goes wrong, if it goes wrong and Ayling scores and DCL gets 2, fine. If it goes wrong and DCL scores and rank a lot. Don't know if you should still start. No, I wouldn't start Diaz in there over which defender. No, I suppose you could do it over... Your defence is really strong on your bench. But no, I wouldn't. You know, Lacazette is controversial, but yeah, he could be a good pick. Ceballos is not a good pick, though. So yeah. Who to bench? Neto, Jota, Dallas, and Justin. If you can only bench one, probably Justin. I don't think you should need caps. It doesn't seem to be showing up, Daniel. Plan to do Robertson to James in game 13, game 14, Mitchell to Ayling. I don't see that's not worth it. I would skip game week 13, 14 and just do a Rodriguez transfer next week. I wouldn't be selling Robbo. So yeah, I wouldn't be selling Robbo, and I wouldn't necessarily think you need to do the Mitchell to Ayling with Kufal on your bench. I don't think that's worth it. I would just go straight to that game week 15 transfer and do that next week. Afternoon, evening, everyone. A few of you guys coming in just before the deadline. Hope you are all well. Smash that like button if you are enjoying it, and if you've just joined, and if you are new, please make sure to subscribe as well. So this team looks good. Double Palace on the bench isn't ideal, but yeah, team looks nice. Not much I'd change. Kufal on the bench over those three defenders is those four defenders. It could go either way, so I don't blame you for making that transfer, those decisions that you've made there. So we can go back and have a look at that in a minute, guys, but we have just 13 minutes until the deadline. I will be wrapping it up fairly quickly at the end because I've got a Christmas sort of party this evening. But yeah, yeah, you got to play the ownership game. Sorry. Where was that team? Oh, this one. Yeah. I would start Grealish over Jota, Alex, yes, and I would just play Calvert-Lewin. You got to play the ownership game on that one. No, I'd play Grealish and DCL. Yeah, fair enough. I understand that, Krishna. Taking a punt and not counting Salah for Bamford. Really, Seb? I just don't think it's worth that risk. No, don't change. Just captain Salah if you've got him. Just captain Salah. Yeah, yesterday's stream was so mental. If any of you guys were there, I really appreciated any of you guys joining. Any of you guys who are new from there, yeah, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed it. Vardy and Mitchell out for Bamford and Robbo. Yes, good moves. Definitely good moves, Hassan. Right. A few of you guys saying you've tweeted it. I know, but if it goes wrong for you and you don't, then it's bad, isn't it? Captain who you think is going to score the most points. So Salah team looks nice. Bench, yeah, fair enough. I probably wouldn't want to start Cresswell and Dallas tonight. That you have potential to have started off your game week pretty badly. Just from a mentality side, I probably wouldn't have done that. But there's not much else on your bench that I would play. You had Gaeta and PVA, so finally got rid of Gaeta, and I don't know why I did McCarthy out on my game. Yeah, I think a lot of us sold McCarthy early on. They didn't defend well in the first few games, so I sold him, but they look much better defensively now. Do I reckon Ashley Barnes is starting? I reckon Ashley Barnes, yeah, and I think Harvey Barnes will as well. You did put Salah as your vice captain just in case. No. You're slightly worried about Ailing and Konza picking up clean sheets. But yeah, Dyer, KWP and James are the ones you start out of those. Jota and DCL out for Son and Wilson for -8. Salah captain good. Yeah. Vardy or... Is Salah captain good? I mean, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, Salah defo. Wilson's trained, guys. Get your final questions in. I may wrap it up slightly before the deadline so I can go and prep. But yeah, guys, I might actually wrap it up now because I've got to go and prep for a Christmas party. But get your final questions in, and I'll answer them now. I hope you guys, good luck in your game weeks, guys. Sorry, I've been a bit off. I've been busy today, but we'll be back. We'll be back with a stream on Monday, guys. I know there's a Tuesday deadline, so there will be a Monday evening one, and then there probably won't be Thursday. There'll be one. It won't be a sort of 2 stream per game week thing like we're doing at the moment. It will be DCL to Wilson. Short term, yes. Long term, it's not a good swap for me. So it won't be the two sort of streams that we've had sort of game week. It won't be sort of Thursday and the deadline one. It will be the sort of Monday. We'll have one ahead of game week 12 with a video as well coming out on YouTube on Monday, guys, and then probably a Friday night stream as well ahead of the deadline on Saturday morning, or it will be a Saturday morning deadline stream. So there'll be one for game week 14 and one for game week 13, as well as videos for both. Monday it will probably be 6 till 7 like it is on a Thursday. I haven't quite got it, but it will be 6 till 7 as it is on a Thursday, the same as that, guys. But yeah, guys, good luck in your game week 12. I hope it goes well for you all. Green arrows all round. Smash that like button and subscribe if you are new before you guys are leaving. There will be a little notification like this if you do. But I will see you all on Monday at 6 o'clock for the review of the game week and the preview of the following game week, guys. So good luck in game weeks 12, and I will see you all next time. And as Quarry said, make sure to join the league before the deadline closes. See you guys. Oh, did we just get a notification, or was that me clicking it again? Because that was the previous one. But anyway, if you have subscribed, thank you all, and I will see you next time.